Alright, here we go. This is the last part of the first, basically the last recording of part 1 for Sin Editor. I'm assuming that there will be a part 2 / I don't know if they're doing like part 1, part 2, and then hard mode, but last recording before that is released. So let's see how this ends. Alright, and if you guys enjoy these videos, remember to like and subscribe. I think that, I think this will have a hard mode or whatever they normally do. So I'll have more content after this.
Focus, don't let your eyes wander. Score another one for the good guys. Hope the Syndicate doesn't get wind of it.
Alright, here we go. And let's see, where were we? So she was just saying that we were basically just trying to get her to trust us, to tell us basically what's going on, I think is what was going on in the last one yesterday. So what I told you before, that wasn't a lie. You said you organize and compile reports. Yes, and I compile the statistics too. At least that's what people are told. In reality, it's a little different. Label hesitates for a moment, then speaks. I manipulate information that could threaten the Ark's stability. So she's just basically tasked with trying to keep things stable. So it basically is just like covering up stuff so it doesn't look as bad as it actually is. And release it to the media. Adjusting any negative information in the reports. That's the core of my job. For example, the number of casualties, unstable supply levels, things like that. Power outages caused by the Ark's failing infrastructure. When something goes wrong with the Splendoman. Or when Raptures infiltrate the Ark. I mean, something going wrong with Splendoman, I don't think we've seen that happen yet. At least, like, we haven't seen it occur in the story. We've seen Raptures infiltrate the Ark, but we haven't heard of any stories, I don't think, of Raptures, like, infiltrating and people just literally, like, not knowing about it. Because the last time that happened was, like, you know, devastating and whatnot. What else did she mention there? She mentioned Ark's failing infrastructure, which is interesting. Because we haven't, I mean, we've heard about, I mean, basically in chapter 41 or 42, when there was the crystals, you know, the terrorist attack with the crystals, we obviously saw that. I guess there was a lot of damage that was done also back when there was the terrorist attacks back in, I don't remember what chapter that was. It was like in the 20s or something. Okay, let's keep going. I had a hand in all of it, I think. What ends up being reported often goes against common sense. In the reports, those who never returned exist only as numbers. And I falsified even those numbers. So, instead of simply being dead, it's as if they never existed. No one remembers them. They vanished from everyone's memory. You can scream at me if you want. I deceived and manipulated the people in the Ark. I stole the truth from them when it was their right to know. You don't remember all of it, do you? No, it's not like that. After my work is finished each day, I undergo a memory wipe. So the details are all a bit fuzzy. So she knows what she does, but she still undergoes memory wipes. But she still remembers, like, what happened at the beginning with Phantom and Arcana. So, like, where they got wiped and she did not by Enoch's orders. So I'm assuming that these daily memory wipes are, like, just for that day. I deprived them of the right to know the truth. And you're okay with that? Of course. I'm helping the Ark. Do you remember? The day the video was broadcasted on the Dome of Eternity. Okay, so what is she referring to here? I've heard of it. People panicked. That year, the death toll skyrocketed. The truth is, we're all trapped in the Ark. But we aren't strong enough to face that ugly truth. The day the video was broadcast on the Dome of Eternity. I don't know if this is something that we've already seen and I'm just forgetting, or if this is just some instance that she's referring to, but I guess the point here is that when people... I mean, we've heard, like, the reason that they don't mess with, like, the sky too much is because it disrupts the reality, like, of it being, like, a real sky, and then it's kind of like what Exia talked about, like, if Nikke's remember... you know, they're with their families and they meet up with their families, and Nikkes tend to commit, you know, suicide because they basically can't take the dissonance between, you know, who they currently are and who they were, or, you know, the reaction that their family has to them. Like, basically, that when that reality sinks in, it causes them to do that. And so this is basically similar. It's like the humans living in the Ark, if they are awakened to the reality that they're stuck underground and life isn't, you know, what it should be, it causes the same outcome, basically, is what I'm seeing here. So, let's keep going. Whether there will be enough food for the day, or if there will be power tomorrow. Many in the Ark don't have the luxury to think about the future. And especially in the outer rim, though, right? So they chose to cover it up. Until the day we reclaim the surface. So people wouldn't lose hope. Sometimes I wonder if this is really the right thing to do. But if being the villain means everyone else can be happy, then someone has to do it. And that alone is enough for me. It's a heavy burden. That's why I was afraid when you first approached me. I was scared that what happened with Phantom and Arcana would happen again. Okay, so is she gonna actually talk about this? So something did happen between you guys. Yes, that's right. The responsibility of manipulating the Ark's information was weighing heavily on me. And the two of them reached out to help. Okay. I never should have accepted it. I was foolish. I didn't realize the full weight of my responsibility, and I ended up passing that burden onto both of them. So basically, she has this responsibility to edit the information, and she was struggling with it because of the burden it puts on her. And then she basically confided in her squad mates and told them the truth about the nature of her job, which that part is probably the confidential part that Enoch wanted covered up. And so her teammates had to undergo the wipe to forget about that, so they no longer remember what she actually does. But she didn't have to, as you know, we recall, and that was kind of her punishment. She didn't have to undergo the full wipe, so she still remembers what she did wrong, basically. So that's why you've been avoiding them. Yes, I don't deserve to face them. I selfishly shifted that burden onto them, while shamelessly keeping all the memories to myself. But one thing is clear now. What's that? They don't resent you. But they've suffered so much because of it. If you were... How have they suffered? I mean... The only way, really, that they've suffered is just by feeling distant from her, right? Unless she's referring to something else. If you were in their shoes, would you have acted differently? Label. Being able to remember isn't a curse. It's a blessing that lets you create a better future. Oh, she's crying now. If you keep saying things like that, I hope you'll cherish not just me, but the two of them as well. Don't you want to go and be with them? Yes, I do. Also, There's something I want to tell you. There is? To me? In a gesture of utmost sincerity, I bow my head. A sign... That's actually really... Oh, that's really like a good thing to do. I'm actually getting a little emotional about that because she's been doing this job for a really long time by herself and has been basically carrying that burden. And as we remember from the last part, basically, in her mind, she was constantly remembering, or not remembering, but like imagining how other people would speak to her. She's kind of projecting what she thinks people think about her and would say to her, and kind of through her imagination and replaying it over and over and over again. And none of it was like, you know, it was all disrespect being thrown at her. And so now it's really powerful that we are showing her respect for the job and the position that she's in, I think. And that's actually really cool. A sign of respect for Label and the burden she bears. Yeah. A gesture of utmost sincerity, I bow my head. For, you know, and it's the problem with these events, they make me so emotional sometimes because they link to past events in my head, right? So like when I read that, for the lives still remaining in the arc, I think of Nora. Like, I think back to Terminus Ticket and the entire story that was displayed through her life and what she was going through for many, many years living in the arc. And I like that NIKKE is doing this, that they're kind of taking each story and they're linking themes across them. I mean, NIKKE has always done that, but especially these last few events, it's been really cool to see how they've kind of overlapped. And for every sacrifice that disappeared without ever being named, you know, like right there, I mean, we've, you know, you just think back to like Goddess Fall and the sacrifice that Inherit made. But that's not related to this entirely. Commander, what are you doing? Thank you, Label, for protecting the Ark. Commander, the moment the girl had dreamed of had finally become reality. No, thank you. Please, stay with me, always. She may go back into her into her kind of creepy mode here, but at least, you know, I'm glad we're showing her respect. Hee hee hee. The girl was no longer afraid. With him by her side, she feels like she can accomplish anything. However, her obsession, which only grows stronger, is a story for another time. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That's funny. Alright, I think that was the end. I don't know, we'll see after this.
Don't let your eyes wander.
Let's see if there's any more. Okay, we have a little bit more. We asked Monsieur for help as a last resort, but in the end, nothing changed. Yeah, well, he is human after all. There are some things he simply can't fix. Yeah, sigh, it can't be helped. Let's call it a day. What are we trying to help them with now? Yeah. Arcana. Are you even listening to me? Oops. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. I understand how much this hurts, but zoning out like this isn't good for you. But still, how am I supposed to be upset? Or sorry, how am I not supposed to be upset? I really thought we might finally get close to her. Sigh. Moping won't solve anything either. Let's leave it at that for today and talk about this again later. Alright. Phantom supports Arcana. She sags limply, guiding her to the entrance of the library. Jeez, Arcana, you weigh a ton. I wish you'd walk on your own. Phantom, what did you just say? I could have sworn you said something terribly discourteous toward a lady. Is this like Quincy falling from the ceiling or something? Or Delta? Oh, I'm sorry. I was helping my colleague and didn't see... Huh? Oh, it's Label? I was just imagining it was like Delta or Quincy coming out of a tunnel or a hole in the ceiling again with the Phantom Thieves. I'm sorry. The girl musters up her courage and approaches them, but in the moment she comes face to face with them, fear overwhelms her. I wonder if they were supposed to meet her somewhere, so... let's go back here. So... they're asking for help, nothing changed. Can't be helped, call it a day. They're probably waiting for her to show up. And Arcana was spacing out. Okay. Yeah, they're probably just waiting to see if Label will show up. There might have been like a meeting that was supposed to be scheduled or something. The moment that she comes face to face with them, fear overwhelms her. She squeezes her eyes shut and collapses to the floor. Label. Thank you. Thank you, Label. Your bravery means more to us than you know. Those warm words she hadn't heard in a very long time. Startled by the unexpected response, the girl cautiously opens her eyes. And before her... Aren't you going to take my hand? Come on, get up, Label. Oh. Once again, a hand is extended toward her. This is, isn't this what happened? I think this is what happened, like, back earlier in the story. I'm trying to remember what they said. Label struggles to hold back her tears. Like, this is basically a repeating of what happened earlier. Welcome back, Label. Hey, I've got an idea. Since we're all together again, why don't we take a photo to mark the occasion? And then it crosses her mind, maybe it wouldn't be so bad to go back once more. Okay. Back to their warm company. Sin editor end. Okay, so... yeah, so there's not a part 1, part 2, like, for normal mode. I think there's just, normal and hard mode, if I'm not mistaken. Which should be, like, you know, a shorter event. We really didn't get a lot of lore from this, now that I think about it. I wonder if there's going to be more lore or something in hard mode. I just noticed there's like a banana here with off-gassing. But I'm trying to think, like... basically, we just know now that there's 3 members to this squad. We know that... I mean, basically the lore is that she edits information in the ARC, okay? But there wasn't too much information on anything, like, really specific, or... but I guess we'll see if there's anything that pops up in hard mode. Either way, she's really good character design. I don't think I'm going to pull for her. Let's see here. We do get the banner. This is actually a hilarious lobby banner, or wallpaper. I don't think I'm going to pull for her yet. I'm waiting to see her ratings. I don't know that she's going to be super high tier NIKKE. Other than maybe she'll be viable in PvP, or PvP. Looks like she might be kind of good for PvP based on what I read. But I don't think I'm going to actually pull for her. Let's go to... so So if we go to the recruit, I've got about 45 of these, so I've got like 4.5, 10 pulls plus the 18,000 gems. So I'm basically just right now, I'm saving for the next kind of like limited character, limited banner, or, you know, if we have a really good collab coming up, or, you know, Pilgrim or stuff like that. Label's gonna go into the ordinary recruit later, so I'll probably just wishlist her unless she's like triple S tier for PvP. If that's the case, then I might try to pull for her. But I think anything less than that, I'll probably just put her on wishlist is what I'm thinking for now. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll pull for NIKKEs that like their wallpapers are just like top tier wallpapers. Like I did that with E-Leg for the summer event. But this is good. Like I like this wallpaper. It's just that the wallpaper we get just from the event for free that I just picked up just now is also really good. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm not in too big of a rush. Anyways, guys, this video is a little bit shorter, so I'll end it here. And if you guys enjoy, remember to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, have a good one.